This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. D.A. will join us tonight on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, we all saw the media frenzy that surrounded Anthony Davis when his plans to leave New Orleans emerged. He said, the things I do in the community, being a good teammate, playing hard, championships, all that stuff matters the most to me. Between money or legacy, my legacy will win that battle every time. Kevin?
Winning a big part of it, David. Thank you. Now we have a moment to look at how the blocks have been stacking up over the past several months for Drummond.
Well, we're just not seeing that same fierceness out of him defensively these last few months. He's lost a little bit of that intimidation factor. He's not blocking as many shots, and he's not making the same impact on that end of the floor.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Booker and Bridges are the wings. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot. And for the Lakers, LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pick. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Drummond in at the center position. Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason. And the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
Paul can't get it to go. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. And finished off by LeBron.
Well, that's one man never afraid to punch it. Give LeBron a path to the bucket. And the finish is going to be something in a poster.
Now here's Saric. The dish to Bridges. The pass to Ayton. 6 to shoot. And here is Paul. Shoots over Schroeder. It's hauled in by LeBron.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Pass to Drummond. He feeds it to Schroeder. Bridges with the steal. Here's Saric. No good that time. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. Lakers passing it around and finished off by Davis.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell-Pope. Love seeing that.
The Suns have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Booker against Caldwell-Pope. The baseline J. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Got himself into really good position there. Can't pass that shot up, guys.
Ball against Schroeder. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Right side Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Caldwell-Pope finds Schroeder. Over Booker. Saric grabs the board. The Suns have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Bridges, no one around him. And the Suns get it back. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Paul can't get it to go. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Here's Schroeder. Good, and the assist goes to James.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Now here's Ayton. Passes it to Booker. Here's Saric. The 19-footer is on the money.
Excellent shooting from the Croatian native. Love seeing Saric maintain the concentration despite the defense's best effort.
Here's Schroeder. He dishes it to Davis. That's tipped. Saric with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. The Suns trailing. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Saric against Davis. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Paul. Puts up a 3. rebound by the Lakers.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. Some solid defense from Ayton.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight. And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
The first one falls. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers' history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
That one drops. He ties it up. Ranked for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought, there is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raise some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
And here is Paul, following the three-pointer from Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Well, a chance to check out Mikal Bridges here. How he did last season. Averaged about 8 points a game last season. 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
Free throw good, Booker. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Well, you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
You know, the toughness Saric possesses is really pretty impressive. A guy who lost 6 teeth in a game one time and kept on playing. Wow.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Free throw shooting, not an area he has worried about at all. How about last year, 88% from the line?
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
And the first one at the line is good. Saric nails them both.
Well, he's certainly been on target with the free throws. Such an advantage when your bigs can knock them down from the line.
Caldwell Pope feeling it out of it. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. This break in the game gives us a chance to look at the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. 4th, the Suns.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Here's Paul. He's still scoreless so far in this one. There's the pass to Bridges. Here's Ayton. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. LeBron against Bridges. Pass to Caldwell Pope. And it's Davis at the elbow. Over Sharich. And again, no good by the Lakers. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Caldwell Pope against Booker. Takes the three. And again, it's the Suns missing. Phoenix Suns come into this one following a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Schroeder looking around. Pass to LeBron. Over Booker. James, no good. Phoenix has gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so.
And especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
Now here's Schroeder. A floater. It's tipped.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim. And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved a layup with that foul, and you'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Lakers shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
First one falls for him. Clark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
Here's Booker. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Schroeder against Paul. Paul with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And he lays that one in. And now it's a 4-point Suns lead.
On the break is where Chris Paul's at his best. I mean, he loves taking advantage of space in the open court and beating everybody down the floor.
Now here's Drummond. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Houston.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
Drains the three-pointer.
Very effective at spacing the floor. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has gone from an average outside shooter to a dangerous one.
Paul dishes to Bridges. Ayton up top. James covering. Inside. Got a piece of it. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Caldwell Pope.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And, you know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
And the Suns making a change here. Kaminsky's checked in. 6 on the shot clock. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. No good on the triple.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Now here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Caldwell Pope. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Caldwell Pope's got 10 points in the game.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
Here's Booker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Davis. The Suns have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. And the first one drops. Free throws good from Booker.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Bounce pass, Schroeder. LeBron with it. Bridges covering. Comes up empty from 19 feet out. The Suns trailing. And the rejection by LeBron.
This is what makes LeBron so special. He does it at both ends. Great tenacity on defense.
Booker outside. Clock at 4. Over Davis. And that one hits back iron. For Los Angeles, they've gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Schroeder against Paul. Over Booker. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Schroeder. LeBron's got his second basket of the night.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Here's Paul. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Great D that time from Dennis Schroeder. To the inside. It's tipped and stolen by Ayton. Paul with the ball. Now guarded by Schroeder. Pass to Bridges. Booker outside. Just 5 on the clock. He kicks it to Kaminsky. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Lakers leading by 3.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
Now James. Following the miss by Frank Kaminsky from deep.
You know, for LeBron, I think that mid-range shot is an important one for him to have in his bag. It keeps the defense honest.
The pass to Kaminsky. There's 1:26 left to play in the first. Kicks to Bridges. Back to Kaminsky. Shoots over Schroeder. And the basket by Kaminsky. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, I see a bit of David Robinson in his game.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
So he hits the technical free throw. And the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
Nobody near Schroeder again, Los Angeles. Suns trail by 6. Paul passes to Kaminsky. He kicks to Booker. Out to the wing. Pass to Bridges. Suns moving the ball around. Misses the 3.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And Phoenix has possession after the basket by Los Angeles. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Booker with it. He's got 9. From deep. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Angeles Lakers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back to the action after this word. Talks about the matchups he faces at the point guard.
Toughest position in the NBA night in and night out is the point guard position. You know, every night you look at the board, the coach is pretty much going to say, their team goes as such and such goes. You know what I mean? So that's the toughest part, and that's probably the funnest part, too, because it's competition.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Kaminsky out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Devin Booker. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Paul in at the point. Passes to Kaminsky. Pass to Crowder. Beyond the arc. Another three for Phoenix.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Lakers leading by 4. James looking around. That one, no good. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. And he's able to get it back.
Yet that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Here's Paul after the basket by Los Angeles. Dishes it to Kaminsky. To the paint. Here's Ayton, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
Just terrific at executing in the paint. Ayton has a nice array of shots to choose from.
Here's LeBron. Crowder pulls it in.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. And now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. And that will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do on the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. And the bright lights of L.A., perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
That one is off. Look, a lot of coaches like to run their offense through centers. Any names you can think of who you'd be comfortable running your offense through at that position?
Well, just because I've watched him and loved his game since locking into him, Jokic.
Yes.
Man, can he pass it. He can shoot it. He can score it inside. He's got such excellent hands and touch. He's at the top of the list. DeMarcus Cousins, big guy that can shoot it and pass it as well. And Marcus Gasol is also in that list.
Yeah, you'd feel comfortable with any of those guys holding the ball, distributing the ball, wouldn't you?
No doubt.
Now here's Kaminsky. On the wing, Booker. Three-pointer. The Lakers with the rebound. Drummond's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Caruso, the pass to Harrell. And that one drops for him.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low. And, wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Fareed used to bring to teams. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
Now here's Kaminsky. Outside Crowder. The pass to Ayton. Shot clock at 6. Poked away. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Lakers ball.
Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. Number 1, Andre Drummond.
And, you know, he took a lot of pride in being at the top of that rebounding list. When all was said and done, he was a man among boys.
So for Phoenix, their last game a loss to the Trailblazers. LeBron outside. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Crowder.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Ayton.
You gotta give Ayton credit. This guy is solid at keeping his balance even with the contact.
Here's James, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Jay Crowder. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Free throw good, James.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Diallo, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Both free throws good from James.
And, you know, when you've played over a decade and a half in the league, it's expected that you're going to slow down, but LeBron still going strong.
Here's Neto. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Now here's Booker. Tight defense on him. That shot off.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
Now, here's Diallo. 8 points his last outing. Shot clock at 3. Pass to Neto. It's deflected. Now, here's Schroeder. He's guarded closely. It's good. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
One shot.
Over the last couple decades, the role of the big man has changed and required more skill, outside shooting among them.
Yeah, that's one of the things. And then the ability to move your feet defensively.
Yes.
Because the three-point shot spaces the floor so much, and a lot of times teams will have 4, maybe 5 perimeter shooters out there regardless of size. So big guys, if they're going to play in that type of an alignment, have to be able to move their feet and effectively guard perimeter players and also make shots from the perimeter as well.
Amazing to see guys that big out there sometimes with a one-on-one with the guard, like on the three-point line.
No doubt. And also the big guys, we've got a ton of them, Kevin, across the league that can really knock down the three-point shot.
You look at James, what a contribution.
He's really taking it to him inside. They got to find a way to slow him down.
Kuzma's checked in for Drummond.
And a moment now to look at the stats for Kuzma. Good season for him last year. Averaged about 18 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And really for him, it's about putting in the work and improving his game.
Yeah, and I think he wants to. It's one of those things where you either want it or you don't, and he does.
Now here's Crowder. Passes it to Neto. Shot to stop the run. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Boy, you got to shut these lanes off because Kuzma relishes the opportunity to finish around the rim.
Suns trail by 13. Pass to Kaminsky. Kicks it to Crowder. And here's Booker. He's got 12. There's the pass to Diallo. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Diallo's got his first 2 points of the night.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Kuzma outside. There's the dish to Schroeder. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first personal foul.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Schroeder. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. Now Booker, 12 points for him. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
14 feet away. Count that one. Booker's got 5 points in the quarter.
You know, the defense has to be better. I mean, you can't give up that look.
Pass to Kuzma. Schroeder outside. Passes it to Caruso. 6 to shoot. LeBron kicks to Caruso. But they recover it. And another shot. And Harrell with the lay-in. Good. Harrell's got 7 points in the game.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Now here's Kaminsky. Here's Neto. To the wing on the left. Fires the 3. Second shot opportunity. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first personal.
It's his first trip to the line.
Team foul. Shooting for Phoenix.
shot. And he makes the first. Davis is checked in for the Lakers. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Alex Caruso. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Clark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally need to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available, and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
There's Schroeder after the made shot from Jay Crowder. Pass to Davis. Shoots over Crowder, and Davis gets it to go on the assist by Schroeder. Davis has got his second bucket tonight.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
And Davis sends it back.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And it's the Suns with the ball. After the basket by Los Angeles, Suns moving the ball around. Neto, the pass to Booker. Stolen by Caldwell-Pope. Pass break, the Lakers. Here's Kuzma. Finished off the break. Kuzma's got the lead up to 14 now for the Lakers.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
That's tipped.
And, you know, at his size, Kaminsky should be blocking more shots. I'd like to see this effort every time.
And here are the Suns now. After the miss from Dennis Schroeder. Down low, Kaminsky finds Crowder. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Dennis Schroeder.
Second team foul.
And on a Marquette, Jay Crowder, a sturdy two-way wing player.
A great system player and glue guy. He had his best years with the Celtics. On the final year of this contract, a great value considering what he brings to the table.
Free throw good, Crowder.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
So for the Suns, Sharch comes in for Frank Kaminsky, and Paul subbed in for Raul Neto. And both free throws good from Crowder. And the Lakers have possession. And there's the pass to Harrell. Kuzma outside. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Suns. Feeds to Booker. Got a piece of it. Kuzma against Crowder. Over to the wing. They double him with Booker. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here.
Still Lakers ball.
Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. Fifth is Montrezl Harrell.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
And Paul over to help. And Davis now top of the key. Clock at 6.
2 minutes.
Over Booker. That's good from Davis on the assist by Caldwell Pope. Caldwell Pope's got 3 assists now in this one. Now here's Paul. He kicks to Booker. Pass to Diallo. Schroeder against Paul with 3. Booker. It doesn't go for him. And the Lakers take it the other way. Kuzma passes to Schroeder. Over Paul. And it's Schroeder missing. Suns trail by 14. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Pass to Davis. Back to Schroeder. Harrell trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Schroeder's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Now here's Booker. 14 points for him. Off target on the 15-footer.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
Now here's Schroeder following the shot by Chris Paul. Missing that scoring opportunity, having a bad 3 for 9 shooting night. Saric passes to Diallo. Here's Booker. He nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. KCP, a great first half of play with the scoring. What did you see from them defensively that allowed you to be effective?
I just took what they gave me. I and I just knocked them down.
Hey, KCP, thanks for your time, man. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the 3rd quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. We've reached halftime of our first regular season game. Swimming. I thought you thought maybe the first half was going swimmingly. Ernie Johnson, Kenny at the Jet. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 16 points, 3 assists, and 5 rebounds. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
I love how they opened the game. They pushed the ball up court at every opportunity, and they put the defense on their heels. But it wasn't just a track meet. It was a well-thought-out strategy that the coaches had way beforehand. We'll see what adjustments get made to try to stop their transition game in the second half.
Shaq, what'd you think about Phoenix?
Well, they gave up too many good looks. Look at the field goal percentage against them. This tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the 3rd quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been a clinic out there by James.
As impressive as the block totals are from him early on, they don't even tell the whole story. He's changed countless others.
Yeah, you know, he's been up in the air so often, he's been absolutely a pest on the defensive end.
And after a very lopsided first half, We'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Lakers. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Caldwell Pope out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Drummond in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Saric after the made shot from Dennis Schroeder. To the paint, here's Ayton. And that one is off. Good D by Drummond. Los Angeles leading by 16. Caldwell Pope. And he overshot that one, missing.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Now here's Paul. Following the missed shot by Dario Saric.
They have yet to hit a shot, a real slow start here in the second half.
They grab their own miss. Drummond dishes to Davis. Caldwell Pope outside. And it's blocked. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Bridges leading the charge.
There it is, the first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
Lakers have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Schroeder outside. Here's Davis. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Davis has got 11 points.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Now, here's Bridges. Here's Ayton. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
First free throw is good.
You know, so much hype around Ayton. It has that rare combination of NBA-ready body, productivity, and upside.
Ayton hits them both. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Lakers leading by 13. LeBron outside. Loads it up for Davis. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. To the inside. And Ayton throws it down.
And obviously a total team player. Saric is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
Schroeder outside. Pass to Davis. Drummond with it. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Bridges against LeBron. Kicks it out to Paul. This one for 3. Drills it from outside.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Schroeder passes to Drummond. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Drummond. 19 points for LeBron.
That's a big turnaround right there. LeBron answering right back with the 3. He knows momentum is in the balance, and he wants it to swing his way.
No good from Booker.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Schroeder, and there's another one for the Lakers.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Now here's Booker. 19 points in the game. He dishes it to Ayton. From 13. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. Lakers leading by 13. James outside. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Ayton.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
And the first one drops. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he is able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
And both free throws good for LeBron.
And really making the most of his opportunities there tonight. Hasn't been the struggle we sometimes see him go through.
Paul passes to Saric. Here's Bridges. Paul outside, looking to end the run. And again, it's the Suns missing. Lakers leading by 15. James dishes to Drummond. Schroeder, left side. They get it back, and Davis throws it down.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
Now here's Paul. 7 points in the game. It's rebounded by Schroeder. Schroeder's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Phoenix, no good that time either.
Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
To the left wing. Back to James. 5 to shoot. And they double up James. Bridges with the steal. The shot. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And that one's good by LeBron.
And, you know, you come to expect this type of play from LeBron. I mean, he's relentless when he's in attack mode.
Phoenix calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Also making a switch. Kaminsky's checked in. Booker outside. They need this one. That one falls. Booker's got 21.
And you can tell the defender not anticipating the step back. He was headed in the opposite direction.
LeBron outside. It out to Schroeder. The 3. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 5 assists tonight.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Paul passes to Booker. Another shot. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Lakers?
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Suns.
Way to hit it.
And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-5 run here. James dishes to Morris. Back to James. Over Paul. LeBron can't get it to go. Suns trail by 17. To the middle. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
What a terrific finisher he is for an undersized player. Chris Paul doesn't let anything throw him off. Well, you know, sometimes I think we just take for granted how outstanding a passer Chris Paul is nowadays. I mean, this guy's averaged just under 10 assists a game for his career. Really one of the best point guards to play the position.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one falls for Paul. And we are talking about Chris Paul and his assist totals. His career numbers, Clark, are among the elite.
Yeah, they are. And it's clear he's been outstanding for a long time. But he admits that he doesn't think he'll catch the record of John Stockton. But if he can stay healthy for a few more seasons, there's a really good chance he could end up in the top 5 all-time in assists.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
A nice shot by Booker.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Dishes to Drummond. Back to James. He gets that one. James has got 11 points in the quarter.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
The pass to Booker. Six on the shot clock, and it's sent back by Drummond. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Los Angeles. Lakers leading by 16. Here's Caruso. LeBron outside. Shot clock at 6. Here's Morris. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Morris has got his first points in this one. Suns trail by 18. And here's Booker, who's got 23. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Paul outside, takes a 3. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. And that's 13 points for Chris Paul.
Man, he's so aggressive offensively. I like his assertiveness. CP3 not taking 1 second extra to pull the trigger once he gets the pass.
Now, here is Morris. Good D by Johnson.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Paul passes to Booker. Shoots. Rebounded by the Lakers. Drummond's got 11 rebounds in the game. James, the bounce pass, and stolen by Booker. And Chris Paul, the bucket on the assist by Booker. Paul's got 11 in the second half. Lakers leading by 13. James outside. And the shot goes down.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Here's Booker. The shot that time, not on target. Good work defensively by Morris. Inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. A go-to scorer's mentality for Kyle Kuzma, Clark. He's got a wide array of shots at his disposal.
Well, I don't know if there's a more versatile scorer as a young player in the league than Kuzma. He's got the turnaround jumper, the sky hook, step backs, drives it aggressively. Boy, he has got a lot in that book bag of his.
First one falls for him.
And positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for the Lakers. And both free throws good for Kuzma. And very light-footed is Kuzma. Moves well for his size.
You know, kind of a tweener in terms of build, but he has the ability to light up that scoreboard, something every team can use. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Booker. After the basket by Los Angeles. Shot clock at 5. Goes back up. And it's Ayton missing.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Pass to James. Morris trying to free himself up and finished off by LeBron.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
So it's Phoenix now after the basket by the Lakers. For 3, Booker, and James pulls it down. James has got 8 rebounds in this game. The dish to Morris. Baseline J on the way, off the left rim and out.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Here's Los Angeles now. It's been 8 unanswered points for them. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Booker against Kuzma. LeBron kicks to Kuzma. The three-pointer no good. Caldwell-Pope against Paul. Passes it to Ayton. Over Morris. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. Back right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the 4th. Booker and Johnson fill out the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Paul in at the point. Now here's Ayton. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams, although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
And Phoenix making a change here. Sharge has checked in. Both free throws good from Booker. Here's LeBron. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. James has got 35.
Tell you what, if he's within shouting distance of the basket, he's going to get his buckets. You can count on that.
Caldwell Pope against Booker. Back to Crowder. That shot missing. Great D that time from Harrell. The shot's good from Kuzma.
Taking on everybody, all comers. Kuzma's very aggressive, and he's used to getting hit on the way up. Plays well through contact.
Now here's Paul. Kicks it to Booker. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. And there's Booker on the assist by Paul. Booker's got 12 points in just the second half. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Lakers. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Fires the three. The shot comes out, and Phoenix the other way now.
But still, eventually, you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
No coverage that time. And it's 9 points for Jay Crowder. Los Angeles leading by 18. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Drummond. 6 to shoot. A nice shot by LeBron. James has got 37.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Sharks looking around. He kicks it to Crowder. Clark, last season we saw more of the global game series from the NBA. A couple games in Mexico, one in England. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it really is, because I actually 6 years ago had a chance to be with the Pacers in the global games in the Philippines, and then Taipei, Taiwan with the Rockets. Great experience for the players and the organizations. It's an additional level of travel, no doubt, about a week to 10 days where you're in another country, but it's great for the game and it's great for the fans in those countries.
Here's Paul after the basket by Montrezl Harrell. And Saric kicks to Booker. They get it again. Ayton, the pass to Booker. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. From beyond the arc, a rebound by the Lakers. Harrell's got 5 rebounds tonight. James outside. Now Caldwell Pope. Back to James. And LeBron throws it down.
LeBron James throwing it down is a thing of beauty. An incredible athlete who makes dunking look as easy as it can look.
Now here's Paul. The feed now to Saric. And he gets the bucket.
And when you're open, Paul will find you in a nanosecond. I mean, that's one thing that makes him really special.
Caldwell Pope outside. for a couple of years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
Now LeBron, after Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Paul outside. That shot off the mark. Good D by James. Here's Kuzma. From down in the low post, it goes.
Boy, that's exactly the kind of strength Kuzma has to show, guys. I mean, take that contact, expect it, and still be able to convert. You've got to do that at this level.
Now here's Šorić. Wants to get it to Booker and does. And the dunk by Booker.
You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
Now here's Harrell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And this is what the schedule looks like coming up for Phoenix. On Saturday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks. And then on Wednesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And he knocks down the first one.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Lakers. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And a change for the Suns. Bridges checks in. And both free throws good for Harrell. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Caldwell Post.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
And he makes both free throws. Schroeder with the ball. With some arc, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on 8.
At the line for your Lakers, Dennis Schroeder, taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Schroeder hits them both. For Phoenix, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. against Schroeder. Now the pass to Booker. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Booker's got 11 here in this quarter alone. Lakers leading by 20. James dishes to Davis. Back to LeBron. To the middle. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. Perhaps no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
And that one falls for Anthony Davis.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
That one misses. Suns trail by 21. Feeds to Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And LeBron throws it down.
Superb timing by LeBron on that alley-oop.
Phoenix has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And the Suns call time here. You look at James, what a contribution.
And he's in a complete groove right now. I don't think they can stop him altogether, but they at least need to make him work a little harder.
For our Jordan player of the game, LeBron James.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Phoenix with the ball. Oh, Ayton in position.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
Harold, that's good.
Like the sun rising every day, you can count on LeBron to have his head up scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Caldwell Pope against Booker. And Davis sends it back. And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. Here's Booker.
Yeah, Caldwell Pope never rests on defense. He gives you everything. He's got excellent effort at that end of the floor.
And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. He dishes it to Harold. Caldwell Pope outside. And the three off target. Suns trail by 21. Pass to Paul. to Saric. Shoots over Schroeder. Here's Ayton. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
And using that 7'5 wingspan, putting it back off the miss, one of Ayton's specialties.
James kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to James. Ball against Caldwell Pope. Clock at 6. Now here's James. He's covered closely. Second chance effort, and the layup is good. And that's 15 points from Montrezl Harrell.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Ball passes to Booker. Over in the corner, Paul shoots over Schroeder, and Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Ayton. 17 points for Chris Paul.
Yeah, the first half was one to deep 6 or forget, but in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
Goes up on the high post. Second shot opportunity, and that one's good by Davis. And the Lakers lead by 21.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Ayton dishes to Saric. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. James against Booker. The drive by James. Chalk up 2 there. LeBron's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Yeah, they call him the freight train. LeBron James, when he's coming down the court like that, good luck trying to stop him.
Paul passes to Ayton. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. James against Bridges. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. To the paint. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Marc Gasol is checked in for Harrell. Kyle Kuzma comes in for LeBron. Alex Caruso, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And Cook subbed in for Dennis Schroeder.
One shot.
And that one falls for Bridges. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Kuzma outside. Back to Cook. Caruso looking for an opening. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Davis. The rebound by Johnson. Suns trail by 20. Here's Bridges. Doesn't go that time. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for LeBron.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Here is Cook following the score by Phoenix. Davis, the pass to Kuzma. Shoots over Bridges. Kuzma can't get it to go. Here's Carter. Trying to get open is Johnson. A nice shot by Carter.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Now here's Davis. There's 25 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Fires it up. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Here is Cook. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. AD, it looked like you guys were having some fun out there. Is there a new dynamic coming up offensively?
No, we just don't care who scored the ball. You know, the ball movement was great. Everybody's rebounding and talking. So when you play like that, it's fun to watch. You know, and everybody out there having fun, smiling, a lot of emotions. That's all we asked. That's all Coach asked for, and we did that tonight.
Good win tonight, AD. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Pace with these two teams, Doris. You were the primary ball handler when you played. What was your style?
Well, I think, the style that players want to play in, Kevin, are the fast-paced, open-floor styles, which really allows you to showcase, number one, if you're a skilled basketball player. Number two, you have great athleticism. Is speed your best attribute? To me, a free-flowing, fast-paced, sort of read and react system is the absolute ideal style.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Paul out there with Devin Booker. And it's Ayton in at the center filling out the middle.
Well, this is where Booker can really hurt you. Very capable and confident three-point shooter. Go ahead, Devin.
And here's Schroeder after Devin Booker getting his shot to go from deep. Davis finds James. Just 5 to shoot. It's blocked.
That's an encouraging sign for sure. Boy, when DeAndre Ayton is hustling and focused, he can send it back with the best of them.
Now here's Saric after the miss from Andre Drummond. Sharge inside. Pass to Ayton. And here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
This guy, a relentless force on the glass. DeAndre Ayton going to work and getting the putback.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Trying to get open is Davis, and that one's good by LeBron.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Booker. Sharge trying to break free. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 5 points so far.
How about the ability to adjust and finish in different situations? Devin Booker, elite as a scorer.
James looking around. Pass to Davis. Over Sharge. That's good from Davis on the assist by James.
So why does LeBron James have the ball in his hands? Because look at that sixth sense. Wow, what a pass.
Booker up top. 5 points in the game. Bucket is good. Booker's got his third basket of the night right there.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Ball against Schroeder. Passes it to Davis. And they double up Davis. Back to Schroeder. LeBron outside. Ball's knocked loose. Bridges with the steal. Sharge with it now, guarded by Schroeder, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Boy, it really helps when Dario Saric is aggressive like this. The guy makes the defender commit, and nicely done offensively. You think back to after the trade from Philadelphia, Dario Saric had a hard time getting settled in with Minnesota. They started him in a bench role, and it wasn't until he became a starter that you saw his productivity increase.
The first one falls. And doors with Saric coming off the bench is something he's done in the past. But he had better results as a starter last season.
It would appear to me he is much more comfortable as a starter. His shot seems to come a little bit easier. The floor spacing this young man provides is a huge plus for his team.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Schroeder against Paul. Schroeder passes to James. Takes it off the glass. James has got 6. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Paul kicks to Booker to the inside. And it's Ayton missing.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Here's Davis. That one's not going to go. Some solid defense from Saric. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, I had a chance to catch up with Monty Williams. And it's no secret that the Lakers have had their number this season. They've lost all 3 of their previous meetings between the teams. Coach explained their shortcomings in a simple manner, saying they have LeBron and we don't. Sometimes that's all there is to it. We just need to be better as a team to take a win off of it. Well, that's not a bad assessment, guys.
Thank you, David. Ball looking over the floor. Shoots from the high post. Rebound the Lakers.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And the dunk by James.
This guy is unguardable in the open floor. When LeBron gets into space, you might as well turn the lights out, Kevin.
Here's Paul. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
Well, I'll tell you, I love that he's not afraid to take on the size mismatch there, Greg. It doesn't matter. Just make shots. That vicious assault on the rim by LeBron. Incredibly accomplished dunker who's still got plenty of bounce in his step.
Now here's Booker. He's got 9. And he converts the layup. He's got 11.
How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
Lakers trail by 3. Schroeder outside. And the pass to Davis. Over Saric. And it's Davis missing. Looking at the Suns, they want to turn it around after the loss to Portland. Now Paul. Saric outside. Pass to Bridges. Down low. Ayton. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And all the tools that made DeAndre Ayton the top pick in the 2018 draft already, Doris, on display at the start of his NBA career.
You know what, Kevin? People wanted to knock DeAndre Ayton for his defense, which wasn't horrific. But they forgot about all the things he can do. Let's remember, he's a great screener in the pick and roll. He can shoot from range. He's got incredible instincts with an incredible physicality to his game. Don't talk about the defense. Ayton too good on the offensive end.
And he makes the first. Doris, there is nothing like opening night in the NBA. Every fan base just teeming with optimism for the upcoming season.
I think all of us are just so thrilled to have NBA basketball back. There's no losses in the losing column. Everybody's happy. Let's tip it off and go.
And guys have that little step, and these first weeks of the season are always exciting.
Oh, no doubt. Everybody's bursting with enthusiasm. Players are fresh. Well, if it's possible for a number 1 overall pick to go under the radar, then I think that's what you'd say about DeAndre Ayton last year. Doncic stole the headlines, certainly, but DeAndre Ayton had a big-time start to his career.
Now here's Booker after LeBron James's miss.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
So it's Phoenix now. It's a 5-point game. Ball outside. Lets it go with a 3.
Well, tremendous defense from Dennis Schroeder. He is willing to give extra effort on that end of the floor.
Here's LeBron. The offensive rebound. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Offensive rebound.
You know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
Now here's Schroeder. Devin Booker missing his last shot. Ball against Caldwell Pope. 5 on the clock. Looks for Paul. Hits it to him. He feeds it to Saric. And Davis sends it back. They retain possession. And it's Ayton missing. Phoenix Suns come into this one following a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. And it's Davis missing.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Paul against James. Paul passes to Ayton. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. The shot by Saric, no good.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
Shooter passes to Drummond. Trying to get something going. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. James for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Devin Booker.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
The Suns making a switch here. Kaminsky's checked in.
One shot.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. In the action, we've got a chance now to look at last year's top rebounder. Number 1, Andre Drummond.
And, you know, he took a lot of pride in being at the top of that rebounding list. When all was said and done, he was a man among boys.
Schroeder against Paul. Over to the left wing. From the corner. And the shot is long.
Superb defense, guys. No way he's going to let him get off a clean look at the basket.
Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. It's good. This game is all even.
And Caldwell Pope able to hit those mid-range shots consistently, but that's one the defense will live with. And one thing that's been plaguing the Suns for years, undisciplined play.
Greg, I think that shows up most typically in your bottom of the league in turnovers and personal fouls, both categories 7 years running. When you're at a competitive disadvantage in terms of talent and experience, you can't afford to make those mistakes.
Pass to Davis. Back to James. Fires for 3. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Paul outside. Passes it to Ayton. Paul kicks to Booker. Shot clock at 6. This one for 3. Anthony Davis with the rebound. And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Lakers. The dish now to James. And LeBron throws it down.
The ability to flip the switch, right? LeBron James, he decides it's time for me to score a little bit right now. Let me give my team a little bit of juice.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Schroeder against Paul. And there's the pass to Bridges. Here's Ayton. Good D by Drummond. Schroeder finds James. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And Doris, you played point guard. What do you like to see from that position?
Well, I'm going to go back to the Showtime Lakers, which was my first team that I adored when I was a kid watching the NBA. And the reality is this, Kevin, I love to see teams play in transition, get out in the open floor. What's better than watching Steph Curry cross half court with a full head of steam and the defender knowing, oh, good God, anything could happen here. He might pull a 3, he might finish in spectacular fashion off the run, or he might find a teammate for a momentum-building 3. Like, get in transition and run, baby.
And the future Hall of Famer loves to dish the rock. Paul has a pass-first mentality. He makes everyone around him better.
Lobbed up there for Drummond.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies
Davis. And Davis sends it back. In the corner, it's James. Phoenix grabs the miss.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Here's Paul. The shot misses. Good D by Drummond.
Boy, what a nightmare quarter for this guy.
Wow.
That is nice.
LeBron James, ever the showman, with an exceptional slam there. One of the best dunkers in the history of the game.
Paul dishes to Bridges. To the paint. It's stolen by Davis. One-on-one fast break. And LeBron throws it down.
Now, if you're going to step in front of LeBron James, we're going to question your sanity. Just a freak of nature.
Paul finds Kaminsky. Now Bridges. Pass to Ayton. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Paul with the three. Scores for only the second time tonight. Now 2 for 6 from the field.
Well, DeAndre Ayton is a team-first guy, and boy, does he set up the open man.
James, the pass to Drummond. The shot, no good. James against Bridges. All up top, Booker outside. That three off the mark. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. See a lot of players who pick up a controller and fire up NBA2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Total intimidation that first period. That is what has helped power them to this early lead.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Suns. Jake Crowder out there with Kaminsky. Then it's Chris Paul. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Booker in at the 2 guard. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Schroeder. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Paul with the defensive effort. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. They've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report, thank you so much. Here's Schroeder. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. And James throws it down.
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
Suns trail by 3. Paul, right side. Shoots over Schroeder. And it's Paul missing. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And that one's good. James. LeBron's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, LeBron just shrugs off any and all contact when he has a good look at the rim like that.
Paul passes to Kaminsky. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Back to Paul. Here's the floater. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Harrell. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Los Angeles. And so here's Phoenix, trailing by 5. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession.
Lakers ball.
And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Monday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz. Here's Harrell. 14 points from him the last game against Houston. Caruso, the pass to Davis. And it's blocked. Oh, here we go now. Crowder's got it. The fast break chance. Offensive rebound. And Davis sends it back.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Timeout called, the Suns. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder.
Thanks, Kev.
Here's Booker, following the basket by Anthony Davis.
And after nailing a three-pointer in the first quarter, he has yet to connect here in the second.
Pass to Caruso. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Booker. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle. Caruso, the pass to Davis. And they double up Davis. Now here's Schroeder. He's guarded by Kaminsky. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
Knocked away. And Phoenix has possession. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Ayton. Booker left side. Paul, no one around him. Good on the triple. Paul's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Suns.
You know, building up confidence as the game goes on. Hit one from behind the arc in the opening period. 2 here in the second.
Back to Schroeder. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Booker the pass to Crowder. Now Ayton. Kicks to Booker. Oh, Ayton in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Elite athleticism from Mr. Ayton. No doubt on the dunk.
Schroeder looking around. Outside, Davis. Here's the 3. That one misses. The Suns go the other way with it. Crowder against Kuzma. Outside Crowder. The pass to Booker. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Davis has got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter.
Suns trail by 4. Now here's Crowder. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And Jay Crowder ends every post with the hashtag It all started in the driveway. Doris, he knows just how far he's come.
No doubt. Jay Crowder said back then he was always the youngest guy on the court with no fouls called. That is how you develop into a competitor.
The first one falls.
I just have so much respect for how Jay Crowder plays the game. This guy works so hard for every single minute he's out there, and you love seeing that.
Diallo, he's checked in for Phoenix. Raul Neto comes in for Chris Paul. He's perfect from the line this time. The Lakers with the ball. Here's Schroeder. Left side, Davis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on 8.
Wow, he got whacked on that, which shouldn't be much debate there.
The Lakers have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Doris, who are some of the up-and-coming shooting guards in the league that you have noticed have got a very high ceiling?
Well, I'm going to mention 2 guys who I think could be considered combo guards who can play 1 or 2, and who I think their organizations are still trying to figure out their best position. But 2 of the most dominant young guards in the league who are going to be a problem for over a decade, Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell. Both guys can create their own shot. Both can get off the dribble drive. Both could light you up for over 50 a night. Devin and Donovan, 2 names to keep an eye on.
And stolen by Harrell. Here's Kuzma. Here's Davis. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Davis has got 8 points.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways. And that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Now here's Booker. 13 points in the game. Neto finds Crowder. 4 on the shot clock. Suns moving the ball around. No good from Booker.
Just a cold shooting night. Needs to try to make it into the basket.
Here's Caruso. He's covered by 8. Harrell, that's good. And now it's an 8-point Laker lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Booker outside. Pass to Crowder. Here's Neto. He's guarded by Schroeder. Booker outside. Lets it go from deep. A rebound by the Lakers. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Caruso. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And so it's Crowder with it. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Neto surveying the floor. Pass to Diallo. Shoots over Schroeder. That one's in there. The Lakers' lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Diallo. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Schroeder, and he makes the 8-footer. Schroeder's got 4 points this quarter.
I tell you, that jump shot is looking a bit more lethal nowadays. Dennis Schroeder has put a ton of work into that.
Phoenix calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme, or is it a problem with
Andre Drummond's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Caldwell Pope in for Alex Caruso. Here's Neto. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Now here's Schroeder from inside. In deep, Drummond drops it in. Drummond's got the lead up to 10 now for the Lakers.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Ayton kicks to Diallo. Over Davis. Diallo no good for Los Angeles. They've gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter. A nice efficient 50%. It's good from long range.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Neto. Passes to Diallo. Feeds it to Ayton. And stolen by Drummond. There's the pass to Kuzma. Floats it up for Davis. And it's slammed in by Davis. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now, here's 8 points for him. Booker outside. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's his first foul. Markieff Morris is checked in for the Lakers. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And a change for the Suns. Johnson, he's checked in for Crowder. Lakers on D. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Diallo. Here's Ayton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Booker. Coming off a terrific season. 7th in scoring, and his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
And back to his points per game average last year, he literally propped up the team's offense whenever they needed it. And he knocks down the first one.
They've hit every one of their free throws here in the second quarter. Very important when you're trailing.
Hits them both.
I tell you, this guy already a double-double threat nightly, and DeAndre Ayton's ceiling is still high. Now, he's got to go ahead and reach those expectations by putting in the work.
James. Phoenix grabs the miss. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Here's Neto to the wing right side. Diallo with it. Here's Neto. The fader. It's Drummond with the rebound. Here's James. And he drops in the layup off the glass. James has got 27.
This guy's an absolute beast. You see the power and the soft touch that LeBron James combines in his game. Wow.
Now here's Booker. He's got 13. Throws it up high. A slam dunk by Diallo.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
Well, there are very few scorers in the NBA who are as explosive as Devin Booker. Boy, when this guy finds his rhythm, he can take over a game from just about any part of the floor, and there's nothing the defense can do about it.
Here's Neto after the basket by Los Angeles. Pass to Diallo. Johnson against James. And here is Johnson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in. Yet the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Johnson outside. 29 seconds left here in the second. There's the three. Rebound the Lakers.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, Greg, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Neto, the pass to Ayton. Now Booker. From deep three-point range. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He has been a determined scorer today. 29 points altogether for him. And I think there's more where that came from. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. LeBron, are you getting the ball where you want to get it, and is that helping you score?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but not so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow, as well as keep myself in a good group too. So hopefully I can do a better job of that in the second half.
We'll see how it goes. Thanks, LeBron. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 29 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
What's clear so far is LeBron's combination of power and athleticism is still largely unmatched. Whether he's operating with the back to the basket, driving, in transition, his physical superiority usually wins out.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
Well, first of all, as cold as they've been from the floor, I can't say I'm surprised by the score. You cannot shoot the ball that poorly and expect to be in the game. They need better ball movement. If their offense stays this stagnant, they could forget about a comeback.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been a clinic out there by James.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Caldwell Pope out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the Laker 5. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul.
Ball against Schroeder. Shoots from 12. And he hits the jumper for 2. And it's 13 points for Chris Paul.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Schroeder passes to LeBron. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. The offensive rebound. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. In the corner, it's Bridges. And the three ball is good. Bridges has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Excellent awareness from DeAndre Ayton. I love him setting up his teammates.
Outside, Davis. Over Saric. Drummond. And Drummond is right there. Drummond's got 9 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Ball against Davis. That shot off the mark. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Pass to LeBron. Back to Schroeder. The feed to James. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game. Still playing at an MVP level, LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
Man, his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
Now here's Booker. He's got 13, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And when he gets himself into the right position, Drummond so powerful in terms of finishing at the rim. The only way to prevent that alley-oop is to keep him from getting to the launching pad in the first place.
Now here's Booker out to the right wing. Now here's Ayton. Clock at 6. Booker outside. And the Suns miss again.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
To the middle, here's Drummond. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Drummond's got 13.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Paul dishes to Saric. He kicks it to Bridges. That one's off. Still out of sync.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Suns trail by 21. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
No good from Booker.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Davis finds Schroeder. Back to Davis. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Los Angeles shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Phoenix. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Phoenix calls timeout. You look at James, what a contribution.
Boy, he's been relentless, and to this point, they haven't had an answer for him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
Let's see who's the loudest. Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
now to check out how the points have been divided between the starters and the bench for Los Angeles. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Caldwell Pope against Booker. Over Caldwell Pope. That one a little long.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And he finishes the break with a lay-in. Paul's got 15.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by the Lakers.
Lakers leading by 22. Loads it up for Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
Davis for two. And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Now here's Paul. He's got 15. Kicks to Kaminsky. Passes it to Bridges. Suns moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. The pass to Paul. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
And any discussion about CP3 has to start with his hands. The dribble moves, all the steals he gets, he uses his hands better than just about anybody.
3 shots. 3 shots.
And that one falls for Paul. And some changes here for the Lakers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Drummond. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Dennis Schroeder. And it's Alex Caruso in for Caldwell Pope. And the second free throw, good. And he nails the third. LeBron with it. 32 points in the game. Outside, Davis. Got a piece of it. It's hauled in by the Suns. Saric has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Paul outside. That's good. It's his 7th made basket in 14 tries.
Beautiful stuff from CP3, figuring out every single way to exploit the weakness of the defense.
Pass to Harrell. Here's Caruso. Inside. James kicks to Caruso. Offline with his 3. Suns trail by 19. Saric outside. Harrell against Bridges. Here's Saric. Yep, it counts.
Well, because of his size and length, Dario Saric so comfortable on the interior.
Los Angeles leading by 17. Pass to Davis. Kuzma outside. And it's Harrell at the elbow. Back to LeBron. From outside the arc. A 3-pointer is right on target. LeBron's got 35 in the game.
Well, pick your poison if you're a defender against LeBron. That 3-point shot, just another way he's going to put it to you.
Saric passes to Bridges. It's deflected. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. And the dunk by James.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Now here's Paul. He's got 20. Pass to Kaminsky. Paul against Harrell. 6 to shoot. Now here's Kaminsky. Guarded closely.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Bridges against Kuzma. Here's Harrell. It's rebounded by Paul.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Bridges passes to Kaminsky. Takes the 13-footer. It's hauled in by LeBron. LeBron's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And that one drops. James has got 10 points in the quarter.
Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
Here's Paul. Phoenix, no good that time either. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. LeBron outside, over Paul. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. That one goes. Counted. 17 points for Anthony Davis.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
The pass to Kaminsky. For 3, Bridges. The rebound by the Lakers. Kuzma outside. And he feeds it to LeBron. Pass to Caruso. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got assist number 5 here tonight.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
And James throws it down.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love, Greg, is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Now here's Paul. Suns moving the ball around. And Booker kicks to Paul. Shot clock at 6. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
An even 3-on-3 break. Booker with no one around, and that one's on target from the wing. Booker's got 15 points.
How about Booker playing a little bit of cat and mouse, smart enough to know when it's better to pull up.
And they double up James. Kuzma outside. Off target with his 3.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Doesn't go that time. And the Lakers will go the other way with it. To the inside. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now here's Booker. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Booker's got 4 points in the quarter.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
And up the court come the Suns on the break. Charge has the open look. No good on the 3. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. LeBron is doubled. Yes, that goes in. James has got 14 points now in the second half.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Pass to Kaminsky. Here's Bridges. Doesn't go for him. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Top of the key. Caruso, no good.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
Now here's Booker. He's got 17. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
The ability to drive with either hand. Booker gets the defender on his heels, draws the foul.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, Booker.
Well, I think we know that Devin Booker is known for his shooting, but to me, guys, there's also the passing and the rebounding aspect that comes into play with him.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Drummond's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Morris comes in for Anthony Davis. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. Both free throws good from Booker.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Los Angeles has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. James, fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
For Los Angeles, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. Free throw good, LeBron.
I think what amazes me about LeBron James is that he never stops pushing. This guy is pursuing greatness.
Caldwell Pope against Booker. Feet out and he hits it. Booker's got 21.
What tremendous instincts as a scorer for Devin Booker. Get in that mid-range game, sir.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Lakers on top, running away with it. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. We've got Jay Crowder, also Johnson out there. Carter out there with Diallo, and it's Neto in at the one. Carter against Caldwell Pope. Carter outside, dishes it to Crowder. Here's Diallo. No good on that one. Good D by Drummond. And for the Lakers, their shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? Doris, you and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have two goals. Instead of one championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
And I just love the skill set that Markieff Morris has, Greg, at that forward position.
He really is a do-it-all type of forward for this team. Can step outside and shoot, but has no problem guarding anyone on the front line of the opposition.
Crowder finds Neto. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
One shot.
a few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Johnson against LeBron, and there's the defensive 3-second call. Doris, some of these players are making more money on endorsement deals than on their NBA contracts. I mean, I just shake my head at that, don't you?
It's an amazing time in which we live, because the power of social media and the understanding of today's athlete that their brand is significant and that their brand extends outside of the lines of competition. You see so many men who have overseas opportunities, whether you're talking Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell. They understand the power of the face and the talents they bring to the table. Truly, truly remarkable young men.
Remarkable indeed. And here is Los Angeles now. Here is Cook. Kicks it out to LeBron. 5 to shoot. And James throws it down hard.
I'd say the strength of a locomotive and the finesse of a ballerina each time he takes it to the rim.
Carter, the pass to Diallo. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. To the paint. Plays it up and banks it in.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
And it's Cook with the ball for Los Angeles. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. That one goes in.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Here's LeBron, and the dunk by LeBron.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Diallo kicks to Johnson. Not going to go that time. Good D by Drummond.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
They are trying to close this out strong, and he's the man who's put you in this position.
Here's Neto. Passes it to Crowder. Diallo with it, covered by Morris. And the Suns miss again. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. And James throws it down.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, Greg, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Diallo finds Crowder, and he banks in the layup.
Don't you love the way Jay Crowder slashes into the teeth of the defense, superb at penetrating towards the cup.
Down low, and there's Morris. That's good on the assist by LeBron. LeBron's got 6 assists now in the game. Neto, the pass to Crowder. Diallo with it. Doris, you and I love history, and we were talking the other day, you and I, about Bill Russell and his 11 championship rings. Do you think anyone's ever going to break that record?
I think it'll be close to impossible, Kevin, and the reason is, number one, there were so many fewer teams back then for Bill Russell, in no way diminishing the greatness of one of the game changers, both between the lines and outside the lines. Bill Russell will always be an historic figure. But it's very tough to compare eras. There's now 30 teams, nutrition, conditioning, coaching. There's just so much more information in the current era.
The Suns have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. Neto kicks to Carter. Up top, Diallo, defended by Drummond. Diallo, no good. The Lakers have gotten 7 of their 8 shots to fall here in the fourth. A tremendous offensive outburst. And finished off by LeBron.
Liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open.
Here's Neto. Johnson outside. Inside. Here's Diallo. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his 3rd personal foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one goes. We're seeing some great shooters with length, tall players shooting from outside. That seems to be the rage right now. But when you look in your crystal ball, Dorks, what might be the next player trend in the NBA?
So we saw the evolution of big men as three-point shooters, men being able to enter the league as sort of back to the basket, consistent rebounding forces out of the post, now stepping away and becoming threats as face-up scorers. To me, one of the most intriguing young players in the league right now is Nikola Jokic. Here's a 7-foot guy who is a tremendous playmaker. His instinct is to pass more than it is to score. So you wonder, is that the next evolution of big men? And then the other thing, Kevin, you are starting to see offensive rebounding went away as a focal point for teams in the NBA. You are starting to see teams go back after the offensive glass. Does that continue?
Second chance is a big statistic, isn't it?
It is.
Neto with the bucket.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
James, the pass to Gasol. Johnson surveying the floor. Now the pass to Reed. Carter kicks to Neto. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Back to Diallo. Outside Carter. But they'll get another chance.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
Out left to the wing. Reed the pass to Carter. Gasol with the steal. And here's the fast break. Cook leading the way. Count it.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Suns. Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you, and you don't need anything else.
That is so well said. And here are the Suns now, after the basket by Los Angeles. Caruso grabs the miss. Caruso's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Cook. Out to Kuzma. Fires from deep. Rebound by the Suns.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Johnson outside. Pass to Reed. Carter outside. Here's a Kobo, defended by Gasol. Here's a Kobo from deep. Kuzma pulls it in. Here is Cook. Pass to Gasol. Over Johnson. The shot's good from Gasol.
Well, what a perimeter shot Marc Gasol has always had. For a big man, such pretty touch.
Okobo looking over the floor. Passes it to Johnson. That one's not going to go. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
Wow, this defense is blanking him down the stretch, and that's certainly hurting his team's chances.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Now, here's Kuzma. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Kuzma's got his first basket of the night.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And there's the pass to Diallo. time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams. Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
Carter finds Diallo. Here's Reed. Can they get it? Rebounded by the Lakers. Kuzma's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here is Cook. A floater. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Okobo. Buries the long-range jumper. Okobo's got his first 3 points of the game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Cook looking it over. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Marc doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
And the first one at the line is good.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
Jared Dudley's checked in for the Lakers. So he gets them both. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
and you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays. Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Big time play right there, showing the activity and ability to impact this game.
Cook, the pass to Kuzma. And here is Dudley. Caruso looking for an opening. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Los Angeles.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LeBron.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Here's Gasol. The Suns getting the bucket. Pass to Caruso. He kicks it to Cook. From deep three-point range, the shot that time not on target. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. To the right side. Here's Okobo. Passes to Reed, pulls it up. Kuzma pulls it in. And here is Gasol. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, LeBron, congrats on the win. What do you think made the difference tonight?
Defense. We made our mark defensively. We understand that for the long term, we have to defend at a high level. We've been doing that.
It does start at that end, LeBron. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Craig Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.